Haircuts is a man's makeup. Sometimes you could have a good haircut like a mid or low taper fade and have that good type of makeup, that Alabama Barker type of makeup. And let's not lie now, her makeup is tea. Period. Or that shit could be like birthday makeup, either because you have a bad barber or he decided to apply mad spray. But I guess that also comes down to you having the same type of roots as Jada Pinkett. But even still, there's no reason why your entire head top should be painted black. And I know I'm a little bit of a hypocrite since I used to be an enhancement demon. But since I got my hairline back a couple days ago, I can talk all the shit I want. So if you're using bear spray to make your trim look tea, well babe, I'm gonna need you to cut it all off and book your trip to Turkey. There's really no shame in it. Sometimes you just gotta let that shit go. So if it's cool for girls to get BBLs, I feel like it's acceptable to spend 10 racks on our head tops. Because I'm seeing a trend among grown men that have 70% of their skull engulfed in black spray. Like bro, there wasn't a single use of razors or clippers during the process of that haircut. It was just spray. At that point, it wasn't even a haircut no more. It was graffiti. And yeah, you may look tough, but all it takes is one rainy day and you're back to being a 60 overall brown shirt fighting them Jada Pinkett allegations. And trust me, those allegations are nearly impossible to fight away. And it's not like you have some 6-foot light-skinned male that's gonna fight for you. No, you have to take that beating by yourself. I used to battle them allegations all the time when I was younger because my barber was cheeks. He was so skillfully shit that he was giving me a pushback boosie fade. And this shit is not even too uncommon when going to UK barbers. Well, at least the pushback part. My barber was just a special type of buns to be giving me a boosie fade, especially when I was asking for that Jude Bellingham. I was asking for a glow up. I somehow came out the barbershop looking worse than I did when I walked in. Sometimes the barbers be so bad that you be watching haircut tutorials and trying to explain to them how to cut hair and they still be getting it wrong. I remember a couple years back I must have asked my barber for a front taper. I even showed him a photo so he couldn't get it wrong, but somehow he came up with a spontaneous idea to push my hair back with a one guard. And the best way to tell a barber some cheeks is if they have them photos of haircuts on the wall, especially if those photos only go up to 20. So if you see that, leave that establishment effective immediately because no one there can cut hair because they're only limiting your options to 20 haircuts. Bear in mind, half of them look the exact same and 5 of them Stevie Wonder could even give me. It's just taking off all my hair. That shit's not even a haircut, it's a quarantine cut. It's DIY. Making me look like Caillou doesn't take skill. So in reality, the shallow barbering bag is limited to only 7 haircuts. And don't be facaded by them cheap prices either. Leave immediately. And I understand we are in a cost of living crisis, like eggs in America are like $30, but if your barber is charging £10 for a haircut, you know there's an issue. The only exception is if you're a loyal client like LeBron and Savannah type of loyal, but if not, leave. Your barber is going to be some cheeks because the price matches the quality. So them £10 barbers are not going to be giving you quality haircuts unless you're asking for that Jordan Whoosh trim. And me personally, I'm trying to obtain them TG locks, so that Jordan Whoosh is not for me. And that's not me saying you should be spending hundreds of pounds on a cut and going to them social media barbers. That be requiring you to sell your kidneys, remortgage your house and put yourself in generational debt for a lineup, because that shit is too far. If your hairline is that cooked that you think you require that type of service, just go bold. Like bro, just because a barber has a ring light and them golden clippers does not justify a £1,000 haircut. Like, to be paying those type of prices, I should be getting multiple Asian ladies to be giving me mani-pedis while Amber Rose throws it back on me while Cooking with Kaya is hand feeding me a 3-course meal. But instead I get put on the internet so millions of people can see how much of an idiot I am for getting scammed. Like, you're not that good to be charging these type of prices, and I don't care how rich or famous I get, I'm not spending more than a 50 sheet on a haircut. And if the economy becomes that cooked that I'm spending more than a 50 sheet on a haircut, I'm just going bold. I'm just gonna give it up and face them Jada Pinkett allegations. I don't care, because I don't be understanding how someone like YK Osiris be spending thousands of pounds a month to get a haircut every week. Like, my nigga, let your hair follicles breathe, let your hair regrow. Like, why does one need a haircut that frequently? Your barber is putting in minimum effort cutting your hair and you're putting in maximum payment. You're getting scammed. And you don't even need haircuts that often. It's not 2019 no more. You are not in the limelight. No one looks nor cares about you. You're an Uber driver of the month. You have all the badges. Trust me, no one cares if your lineup is crispy or not. All I care about is if you deliver my Domino's on time. And best believe YK Osiris is not getting no tip from me, because when I was younger and tried to sing to a girl, I can give you the world, baby girl. You just gotta be worth it. Oh. She just thought I was a weirdo. So since YK Osiris singing didn't work, I would have to give him no tip. Furthermore, I'd actually refund the entire order. And yes, we are still refunding Uber Eats in the big 2025, but I do make sure my Uber driver does get his tip cash in hand. But we digress, and my bigger concern is how does YK Osiris have a fiscal ability to afford these type of haircuts? Because I know for a fact Worth It can't be bringing in that much money, and no one listens to this guy anymore, so who is funding these haircuts, and why are they so much in the first place? The guy literally gets a lineup. His lineup probably takes like 5 minutes. He's one of a few guys that could get right with a £10 Barbers. My nigga, you are getting fleeced, scammed. Like some barbers won't even have a golden clippers or ring light and be asking for PS5 type of money, because there must have been a new barbershop that opened up near me. So I must have been on my investigation thing, asked for the prices. They said 60 for lineups and 80 for haircuts. I looked around, I couldn't see a single ring light or golden clippers in sight. So I just told him to have a nice day and I just left for shop. Times like this make me so grateful for my barber. He has golden clippers and a ring light and has some motion on TikTok. So you already know he's gonna be hard. And I don't have to put my organs up for auction to look fresh. God is amazing. So shout out Nuzzy Cuts, that nigga there really saved my life. He made me go from this to this. He performed God-given surgery on my looks. Like sometimes I really be thinking his clippers are imbued with holy water for making my trims look like this. Like when he gave me this car, I was unstoppable. People were adding me that shouldn't be adding me. People talking to me that shouldn't be talking to me. I had a girl with 30k followers talking to me. I was so perplexed, so confused. That's the type of haircuts he does. And no, this shit is not promo. And a recent trend among UK barbers is that all the good ones are young and they actually have a barbering bag. So there's no more photos on the wall. They already know what I'm asking for. I just need to sit in the chair and let them work their magic. At this point, I don't even need to tell them what to do. They know what to do. Like this new age of barbers, like the generation of miracles. All of them are good. But these barbers be making me look too fine for my own good. Because I can't handle all this female attention. It's to the point where it's actually low-key dangerous. Because a guy like me, when I get female attention, priorities, responsibilities, and common sense just goes out the window. That's majority of the reason why I've not made a video in damn near 14 days. Like if a female attention keeps on increasing, you man might never ever get this video. That's just the type of man I am. I'm sorry. And due to my addiction to female attention, my future and livelihood is at risk. And all this shit started from my birthday flicks when I was looking mad handsome, mad fine shits were popping up, interacting. I was jolly as hell. But little did I know, I was too deep in. Because at one point, I had a little roster. Not no KD Warriors type of roster, but the Cavaliers roster before LeBron. By the end of the day, I didn't really care because a roster was a roster. But the next thing, I accidentally sent a message to my crush. And even though she's not on my roster, she replied for some reason. And when you have any type of communication with your crush, even if they're just texting you for the homework, you gain some type of spiritual enlightenment. You feel like that guy. I was grinning from ear to ear like I did something noteworthy in my life. I had mad positive thoughts. I was thinking about world peace. I was so delusional to the point I thought I was a shark like Jay Cinco. So I decided to apply pressure on this one girl. And she saw the photos of me. She was feeling them. She liked them. So she was applying pressure back to me. She was matching my energy. She wasn't even just matching my energy. She was actually carrying the conversation. Like she was sending me source that I didn't even ask for. And I'm not talking about no mirror pics or arch pics. I'm talking about the real stuff, my nigga. And because of the fact my crush texted me earlier on, I thought I had that Duke Dennis type of aura. So I wasn't suspicious about this girl at all. I thought this shit is just natural for leng guys. And as you can probably tell, I'm a rookie when it comes to females thinking I look good. And she was applying pressure on me to send my source, to send my piece. At first I was resisting a little bit, but as we got further into communicating, she was telling me where she was from, what she's gonna do to me. She just wants to see the thing. And she was sending me bare purple and red snaps of herself. It was like I had an in-depth E-Rome collection of her. At one point she was calling it our eyes only. Not my eyes only, our eyes only. That shit has never happened to me. So obviously I folded like a lawn chair. So I felt obliged to send her a little care package in the form of a red snap. And don't worry, this isn't my first radio, so I know all the good angles. And the reviews were positive. She must have saw the take a taper down there and folded like a lawn chair as well. Like she was telling me to bring a helmet because she's gonna give me more than just top. So obviously at 1 AM I had to take the due diligence to text my friend to book me a Uber. And obviously I was focused on crushing buns, but I was more pressed about the fact that I have to spend money to crack. Because I really could have used that money to go to a little Tekka concert. That's where I knew there was an issue. Because a year ago, I would walk barefooted across the world to crack some buns. But since some females think I'm good looking now, I'm taking cracking buns lightly for some reason. I feel I faded away from my Mr. Do Everything for the Bitches philosophy. And the next thing you know, I see that she saved my piece to her camera roll and then deleted all the messages and blocked me. And then it quickly hit me that no university is going to accept me after this shit. So if you ever hear about Carlton Walace leak, trust me, it's not no 24 songs. But instead it's some weird bitch trying to reveal the source to the world. And just because of that, no one else is gonna see the sauce. So from now on, that shit is strictly for the bros. But hey, follow the IG and remember, the trim don't make the man makes the trim.
This was a Haywa production.